I am sleeping with my sister's womanizing husband. Looking back on it now, I was foolish to even listen to my sister's husband's confession, but I was confused, my mind befuddled by a mixture of forbidden lust and stupidity. Chapter 2. Sister's husband's dirty little secret out. My life took a drastic turn that summer afternoon when Max, my sister's husband, had ignited a dangerous spark within me. The spark that threatened to engulf me in the flames of forbidden desires and clandestine longing. His words from the garden echoed in my ears. I know what you're thinking, and I'm not going to lie. I feel it too. I found myself spinning in a whirlpool of confusion, guilt, and unprecedented excitement. Just a week later, I found myself at Claire and Max's house, having been invited over for dinner. As I entered their pristine home, I couldn't help but feel a shiver of anticipation, mixed with a considerable amount of guilt. The guilt of holding a secret, the secret of an intense attraction towards my sister's husband. But before I could ponder over my swirling thoughts, I was welcomed by Claire's warm hug and Max's dangerous smile. Dinner passed in a blur, filled with laughter, heartwarming family stories, and sly glances exchanged between Max and me. As we cleaned up, Max cornered me once again, this time in their extravagant kitchen. "Julia," Max began, his eyes twinkling with an unspoken invitation. "We need to talk." My heart pounded wildly, the memory of our last conversation replaying vividly in my mind. "Max, this isn't right," I said, my voice barely above a whisper. Max sighed, running his fingers through his hair. "Julia, I need to tell you something." His voice carried an edge of urgency. "I want to tell you a secret, my dirty little secret." He had my undivided attention now, and I found myself growing anxious. "What is it, Max?" I asked, my voice shaking. "I've never felt this way before, not even for Claire," he confessed, his words striking me like a lightning bolt. "And it's driving me crazy." His confession hung heavy in the air between us, a loaded admission that threatened to tip our world off balance. I stood there frozen, feeling my heart skip several beats as I processed his words. This was a dangerous secret, an admission that risked our familial bond, our shared trust. Yet I was inexplicably drawn towards the tantalizing allure of this secret. I don't know what to say," I stammered, my mind struggling to put together a coherent thought. "I'm not asking for a response, Julia," Max said, his eyes softening. "I just want you to know the truth, my truth." And then, with a shattering display of vulnerability, Max turned away, leaving me once again lost in a sea of emotions. He had unveiled a layer of his persona I hadn't seen before, a layer that was as raw as it was compelling. The confession had set a dangerous ball rolling, a ball that we had no idea how to stop. As I drove back home that night, Max's confession replayed in my head. His words had added fuel to the already burning fire of our attraction, making it even harder for me to suppress my feelings for him. His dirty little secret was out, and it threatened to unravel our lives in ways we couldn't possibly comprehend. Was I willing to risk it all for a man who was not mine to want? The dangerous allure of this illicit passion was undeniably enticing. The thrill of the unknown, the raw intensity of our shared attraction, it was more than I had bargained for. And yet, the uncharted territories of this dangerous secret held a certain charm. A charm that promised exhilaration, heartbreak, and an adventure of a lifetime. I was caught in the crossfire of my feelings, my moral compass spinning out of control. Max's secret had been revealed, leaving me in the depths of a moral quandary. I was standing on the precipice of a daunting abyss, staring at the unknown. Little did I know that this was just the beginning, the opening act of a gripping saga that would turn my world upside down. A saga that would be dictated by the rules of desire, secrets, and love. And there was no turning back. This is chapter 2 of a 6-part short story. The next chapter is chapter 3. Please subscribe to the Romance Diaries on YouTube to hear the other 5 chapters and for more stories like this one.